Hi there, I'm John Byrne with Poets and Quants. Welcome to our MBA Watch Profile of the Week, sponsored by Stratus Admissions Counseling. We have a woman here who calls herself Ms. M&A Tax to Saving the World. She works for a Big Four. She's a CPA. She has a 3.2 GPA in accounting and psychology, a 780 GMAT. Wow. And she's Hispanic or Latino. She also has an MS in analytics from Georgia Tech. That's very impressive as well. She's worked in accounting and M&A tax in particular for 5 years. She says that she was the youngest manager at the firm and promoted in 5 years as ready in 3 in a prestigious field of tax due to leading internal initiatives related to diversity and inclusion. She overcame hardships. She is a cancer survivor, among other things, and she wants to go to Wharton. We have with us today Jennifer Jackson from Stratus Admissions Counseling. Hi, Jennifer. How are you?
Hi there. I'm great.
Jennifer, what are the 3 things this person can do, given her profile, to increase her odds at Wharton?
Oh my goodness. She has so much to be excited about in this profile. So I think it's just going to be a matter of telling the story that only she can tell in a very cohesive way, where you're answering why MBA, why now, and why Wharton. So the stats are there. She does have a little bit of a softer GPA. I think it's completely mitigated by her 780. So they're not going to worry that she can do the work. But you can give a little bit, and you should give some of the why behind your goals. So explain a little bit about what you overcame and how you've grown and how you want to help other people and other communities succeed by doing, we don't know a lot about exactly what she wants to do, but if she's interested in social entrepreneurship, she can talk about what she'd like to do in that regard and just be a little bit more specific.
Now, as you mentioned, she has an incredibly compelling narrative here. In addition to the fact that she is a cancer survivor, she notes a few other little things that are quite significant, I would think, and also could explain away the 3.2 GPA. Apparently, there was some parental violence in her past, and she's a survivor of that, as well as the fact that there was housing insecurity during her high school years. Should all of these things be shaped into your story in an essay?
Absolutely. And it's never for any you shouldn't do it gratuitously to just throw it in and not say anything more about it. Sort of, by the way, I had to deal with this and that growing up. No one really would do that, but I'm just making a point here. It's part of who you are. You've probably learned so much about yourself and other people by going through all that. And I've worked with clients who have had examples pretty similar to what this sounds like. And of course it's shaped who they are. And these AdCom folks are people that want to understand who you are as a person. And they do their best to pull that out in these applications, but it's going to be your job to share that. And if she's a first-generation college student, which I suspect she is, absolutely, that's a huge plus in her favor. And she should talk about maybe the people that have helped her get where she is today and how it sounds like she wants to help others succeed, as part of her career goals. And these are all really compelling aspects of what she probably will weave into her story.
What do you think her odds are at Wharton? And incidentally, she doesn't name any other schools, and we all know you need to apply to more than one school, no matter how much a dream it might be to attend Wharton for you.
Whenever I give the odds, it's always with the caveat that this is assuming the essays are fantastic, right? So if they're really terrible, your odds are going to go way down. But assuming they're going to be really, really strong, I think she has a really pretty good chance to get into Wharton. I mean, I would say 35-40%. I give her probably close to double the average applicants. So they're roughly going to have a 20% admit rate there. So I think she would have roughly double that.
Let's face it, there are not many women who, and Hispanic, who get 780 GMATs and who've had a successful career in tax accounting of all things.
She's going to stand out no matter what. And there are going to probably be people on the AdCom committees really rooting for her. She could be somebody that even might get money at Wharton or other schools too. Probably not Harvard and Stanford, but it definitely I could see that.
So where else should she apply? She is wanting to transition into social entrepreneurship, community development, emerging industry policy, nonprofit formation. Those are some of the areas she's interested in. I would think Yale would be a great place for her, frankly. What do you think?
There are going to be a lot of schools that would be interested in somebody like this going into social entrepreneurship. So Kellogg, Wharton, I could see her getting money in a variety of schools. I really could. She should consider Duke as a possibility. She might even have like a round 1 and round 2 strategy, kind of depending. Sometimes it's nice to have, okay, well, I have money at X school, but I really want to apply to this top 3 school. And would I rather go there with no money or this school that's maybe a top 10 or top 15 with a full ride? Maybe Ross, So think about school selection pretty hard, because this is someone who I could see having a lot of good choices to make.
And I say this about very few candidates, but a 780 with her compelling story and her desire to make the world a better place, doesn't she deserve a spot at Stanford?
So let's think about Stanford's 6% admit rate. Her chance there will be quite a bit higher than that.
All right, there you have it. Jennifer, you're encouraging her to apply to Stanford, aren't you?
Yes, go for it.
All right, Jennifer, thank you. So we have a candidate here who's definitely going to get into a lot of different programs if she applies. Do apply to more than just Wharton, because MBA admissions at this high level can be somewhat random. The vast majority of people who apply to these programs, it's a self-selecting pool. Most are fully qualified to attend and do well. So you just don't know. It's very difficult. And if you don't execute extremely well in every single aspect of the application, you could easily get tossed into a reject pile. So do apply to some other schools. You're going to get in. You're a terrific candidate. We're rooting for you. So there you have it. This is John Byrne with Poets and Quants. You've been watching our MBA Watch profile of the week, sponsored by Stratus Admissions Counseling.